Hey, what's up, guys? This is TBone here. Welcome back to another episode playing Legendary Game of Heroes. So, the event Lessons in Terrors is still underway, and I've been doing some experimentations, and I thought that I would share some additional build ideas with you. Now, this is all about what happens if you have the current event deck, but you don't have the water deck, which I constantly talk about, or if you don't have the Golems deck, or if you don't have Perceptive Gurus. So one of the things that got me thinking was that, well, if you can make a combination with this team, with the Water Ultimate Form and also this event team, you should be able to also use other teams from this event, from this season, to help you out. So I'm going to show you this team again. So this is one of my go-to builds for any of the hits. This is my one turn deck, and so if we go in with a single, with just three keys here, I'm not using any boosters whatsoever. I'm just using the full event team for fire, and then the water ultimate form, as well as the ultra rare card. And so on turn one, if I can get everything all powered up, all I do is basically just activate everything in this particular sequence, do my power gem swap, and then let it go, and then see how much damage we can deal. Right. And so with this particular setup, you can see here, I was able to get almost 2 quadrillion damage on the Honor Bell Luminaries. And this is without a single boost, and this is on turn 1. Right. So this is why I kept recommending the water team as sort of the supplement to this as well. But there are others, and we're going to take a look at those. Okay, so I'm going to show you other combinations that don't require the high performance unit area or perceptive gurus to give you a boost, to give you a relatively decent damage. So the first one I'm going to show you is using the light combination, and this is all about like if you've invested this particular season. So the light commander event that we just had after Afterlife Alliance, this also works with with this team, as long as you can get the battle skills to activate. And this battle skill allows you to create 10 power gem 5s for 3 turns straight. And so what you need to do is you need to make sure that you can power up the cards. And so in here, what I have is 3 Fire Slayer relics and 2 Light Commander relics, so that I can power up both cards. So now let's go ahead and test it out. We're going to start with a guild boss here. We're going to jump in with 3 keys, and let's see how much damage we can deal with this particular setup. This is without any boost whatsoever, and what's nice here is we don't need to wait for any dispels or being hit. We just need to make sure that we can activate the cards when we want to. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to charge up the cards. And so when you activate the light cards, you want to also clear out the power gems on the board, because if you don't, you're going to end up creating too many light power gems, so you're going to end up having a gem crush. And so we don't want that. And now look at this board. It's got a lot of light gems on it, which is exactly what we want. And now what we're going to do is we're going to do a power gem swap of the biggest fire power gems that we can see. And let's see how much damage we can deal here. So I can see here a total of a little over a quadrillion damage on this setup right here. If we take a look. So we were able to deal over 1 quadrillion damage there, and that is without a single boost, and this is using the light commander card, so not using water or not using water cards or any like Iria or gurus. So this works. Okay, so if you have these 2 teams, you can also make it work with this setup. There's another option you can also use, and that is if you invested in the Earth Slayer deck. Okay, the Earth Slayer deck, Reaping Royalty. This one plays a little bit different, but it has a similar idea in that it will create a lot of power gems depending on certain condition. Now for this one, it will create additional power gems. It will create 6 power gem 5s if you dispel either a debuff or if you dispel a buff here. So I have a boss that's lined up, and it casts blind. And so what we know is when we dispel blind, we are going to generate additional power gems. So I have 2 of those cards. I have the ultra rare card and the ultimate form. So it will create. We should expect to see at least 12 gems here. Plus, it will also create gems at the beginning of every turn. So we should have some more power gems there. So let's go ahead and use a 9 key attack here. So let's take a look and see how much damage this could do. And there's also going to be other variations, but I wanted to show you this one to start, and then we can talk about more afterwards. So with this one, this is more of a 3-turn hit, and we don't have to worry about doing any matches or anything like that. We just need to wait until our boss hits us with blind. And we're going to go ahead and just do another gem match here. And then when it gets dispelled, you're going to see power gems get created. And so you go, we dispelled blind, and now all we have to do is activate our fire battle skills, and then do another gem match, and see how much damage we could do here. So let's see if we can beat 1 quadrillion here. And it looks like we deal a little bit more damage here because I can see that my Honor Bell Luminaries dealt over 600 trillion. Now, let's take a look at some other options here. So if you have Perceptive Gurus and you don't have high performance unit area, you can use this as well. So let's go back to our light team and let's see how this works now. It's a little bit harder because you need to actually do gem matches so that you can power both the light and the fire cards. But with this particular setup, if you're going to be using gurus, you do need to make sure that you wait until you get hit by the boss in order to take advantage of the boost that you have here. And so let's go ahead and make sure that we get our gem matches, which we do, and that is great. So now we can activate this immediately, because what we're going to do is we're going to activate here because we expect that the boss is going to hit us and we're going to get the boost from gurus. And so our first time around we dealt about 1 quadrillion damage. Let's see how much we can do here. It also does depend on just like how the gems fall and how they line up, but let's take a look here. We got a 20 and 15 here, so this looks promising. Let's take a look and see with the boost if we can increase our damage. And so you can see here our Honor Bell Luminaries now dealt 1.9 quadrillion plus another 1 quadrillion from the Masked Malcontent. And so that's 3.9 right there, plus another 1.9 nuke. That is going to allow you to take down your Corellian boss. All right, so now let's take a look and see what we can do with the Earth team, this time with Guru in place, and also if we're up against Dodge. So Dodge is a skill that can be countered by either True Form Anli or Reaping Royalties, but only through its battle skill. And so what we're going to do is we're going to add the 2 Earth Slayer relics in here so that we could charge it up and then activate the battle skill in order to dispel it, which then gives us additional power gems. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go in with a 3-key attack, and because we do need to dispel, we will need to wait until the boss casts it, and so it is going to be a 3-turn deck here. And so let's take a look and see how we will play this. Now I think similar to what we want to do is we want to make sure that we clear the board of we want to clear the board of Earth Power Gems before we do the dispel. And so what we're going to do is we're going to actually do another gem match here because we couldn't match quite enough. But it's okay. We're going to miss a turn here, but it's actually going to be okay because what happens here is Dodge will remain for about 3 turns. Okay. And so what we're going to do here is we're actually going to clear out some of these battles. We're going to clear out some of these power gems because there's a little too many. And now what we can do is we can go ahead and activate that, dispels it, and you can see we now created more. Now let's go ahead and activate the fire cards, and then we will do a gem match of I guess we'll do this one, and let's see how much damage we can do this time with the boost from Guru, and hopefully it will be somewhere close. Okay, so it's not quite as high. It's 729, closer to a quadrillion, but it just didn't have quite as good of a gem upgrade combination. But you can see here we were doing pretty well there, and that was a little over 1 trillion as well. And I think if we did the better gem match, we could probably deal more damage. But it, from what I can see here, the light one does work well. Another option you can put in here, if you have the teams for them, you could also use a combination of the Earth Commander Savage Swarm, for example. So you can put Savage Swarm in here. It will passively generate power gems. So you can do something like this. And this is where you can get really creative, right? You can put in these cards so they will both passively create power gems, and you can use Reaping Royalties to dispel anything and generate additional power gems, and then activate with Guru's boost. You can also choose to put You can also choose to put in high performance unit area instead of Guru if you wanted to, and this would work if you don't have the water ultimate form. So there is a lot of different options, and my recommendation is for you guys to experiment and try it out. Take a look and see if you can make any of these teams I just showed here, and hopefully this will help you improve your damage also. So there's still a couple of days left in the event, and I hope this tip has helped you if you are looking for an alternative. So that's going to be it for me for today. Thank you very much. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.